addressing this Supreme Court ruling. Let's bring in Bret Baier. Bret, what was your take on that?
Well, as predicted, he cited the dissent of Justice Sotomayor and said that it's important in his mind that former President Trump face this trial by the special counsel, Jack Smith. But it's really going to be almost impossible to get that trial before November election. It has to go back, according to the Supreme Court, to Judge Chutkan. There has to be a determination of whether it was official or unofficial acts. And then there's an appeals process that comes from that. It could end up back at the Supreme Court, which would take a lot of time. Bottom line is that he is now running not only against Donald Trump, but against the Supreme Court. And that is what he laid down, that marker. He did that in front of the small press pool. It wasn't the full panoply of the White House press corps. It was just the press pool that is assigned every day. As you saw, he didn't take any questions as he walked off. Did look tanned more than he did on the debate stage. But it is interesting that they chose to weigh in today and to cite the dissent of Justice Sotomayor in reacting to it.
Part of it did seem like he was giving a bit of a political speech there from the White House. I mean, he quickly turned to make it all about Donald Trump and the politics of the election as opposed to just the ruling.
Right, and he talked about January 6th, and he talked about essentially what I think you're going to see if he remains the nominee, which most people now believe he will be because it's just so tough for Democrats to unseat him if he decides not to step aside, despite all of the calls by editorial boards and others in Democratic circles for that to happen. So I think that you're seeing, Jason, the blueprint of what this race is going to look like. And he's going to say that giving Donald Trump the White House again would be even worse because of what the Supreme Court did and the ruling they made today.
Bret Baier, thank you. Appreciate you joining us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.